to the class, the first thing that you need to do is you need to go to A plus students.com. You need to go to the website. You need to select math as your subject. Okay. Then you need to go to your grade level. Your grade is grade 2. The topic for today is, write down the topic. The topic is properties. Properties mean we are looking at the rules, okay? The properties, and let's look at the chapter number. Okay, the chapter number is 18. Okay, let's look at the lesson number. The lesson number is 3. Okay, and it says the name of the lesson is Fact Families. Okay, let's see what are fact families. Fact means something that is always true, and family means in different combinations, how can it be true? Okay, let's look at what are fact families. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is you need to go to math as the subject, then grade 2. The topic is properties, chapter number 18 and lesson number 3. We are looking at fact families. Before doing this, before starting off with the question, let's look at an example. Okay, so example we have, we know that we'll pick up a very small number. 1 plus 2 would be equals to 3, right? And in addition, even if we change the order of the numbers, if 1 plus 2 was 3, if we change the order of the numbers, we say 2 plus 1. If it's 2 plus 1, it should still be equals to the same result, right? That would still be equals to 3. Agreed? But now what we need to see is the subtraction part. We have done the addition part. We need to look at the subtraction part, right? So can I say that if 3 minus the first number, 3 minus 1 would always be equals to 2. Agreed? The first two examples for the addition given over here, these were for the addition. The next two would be for subtraction. 3 minus 1 was 2, or if we say 3 minus 2 would always give 1 as the answer, right? So what we are looking over here is we are looking at the facts that would always be true. Like if two numbers are added together, they give the result. 1 plus 2 will give 3, or 2 plus 1 will still give the 3. But if we are looking at the subtraction sentence, then 3 minus 2 would be 1, or 3 minus 1 should always be equals to 2, because the sum of the two numbers, the smaller numbers, would be equal to the larger number, right? And there would always be two addition sentences. These are addition sentences, right? And the other ones would be subtraction sentences. So for any fact family, there would be 4 sentences, 4 statements that would be true, right? So in the question that is given to us, let's start off with the questions, okay? In this question, if it says, I'll just copy the question, what is the missing fact family from this? Okay, I'll just copy it. The first question we have is this. And the question number 1 says, find the missing fact family. Okay. So what we are given is 6 plus 12 was 18, right? 6 plus 12 was 18. And then 12 plus 6 would also be 18, right? So both the statements for the addition sentences are given to us. What is missing? What are we missing? Can anyone help me out? See, it said 6 plus 12 was equals to 18, right? Even if we change the order of addition, we say 12 plus 6 would still be 18. But when we look at the subtraction sentences, 18 minus 6 was 12. Agreed. What should be the other case for the sentence? It should be, yes, it should be 18 minus 12 should always be equals to, yes, it would be equals to 6. And this is our answer. Okay, these are the four. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for your answer. So we would say 18 minus 12 is equals to 6. Thank you. Your answer is correct. Let's look at another question and see what is missing in the fact family. Okay, just a second, please. I'll just copy this question. Okay, for question number 2, it says what is missing in the fact family. Okay, let's find the numbers which are missing here. So we can see one of the addition is given, right? This was 9 plus 10 was 19. Agreed? Hi, welcome to the class, everyone. What we are looking at is the fact families. If we're adding two numbers together, they should be, if we add number 1 to the second number, or if we change the order of addition, it would still be the same, right? So what we are doing is we are looking at two additional statements and two subtraction statements. So one addition is given and two subtractions are given to us, right? So what we need to find is the missing addition statement, right? So can this be written as? So if this was our addition statement, what should be the alternate? See, what is given to us? 9 plus 10 was 19. So if we change the order, if we say 10 plus 9, it should be the same answer, right? It should stay as 19. Our answer stays the same. Agreed? So this was our missing statement, right? So what we need to do is when the question is given to us, what we need to see is how many statements with positive are given and how many statements with negative are given. In question number 2, there were 2 negative statements given to us, right? That means we don't have to find the subtraction statement. But there was only one positive statement given to us. That means we have to find the positive statement. Okay, thank you so much. Let's move on to the next question. Thank you for your answer. Okay, the next question says, what is a missing fact from this family? Let me just copy. Okay, so the next question is this. I'll enlarge this. Let's see what we are missing. In question number 3, they're saying find the missing statement. The first thing we need to do is we need to look at the sign. There should be 2 positive and 2 negative statements. Let's see, we have 1 negative, we have the second negative, but we have 1 positive, right? We have 2 negative statements, but we have only 1 positive statement. So that means our missing fact family should be positive. So looking at the positive statement, We just need to change the order, because in addition, the order does not matter, right? 3 plus 9 would always be equals to 9 plus 3. And the result would stay the same. In this case, we were missing an addition statement. Okay. So the first thing we do is we try to see which statement is missing, an addition or a subtraction. Okay. Yes, thank you for your answer. See, in the previous question, I'll just look at these. I'm just clarifying something. These two statements in question number 2, they both had a negative sign, right? So that means we already had the two negative statements. But since we only had one positive here, that means we need to find the remaining positive. Question number 3, we already had two negative statements. We only had one. Therefore, the answer should have a positive statement. Yes, 9 plus 3 is equals to 12. Thank you, Starlet. Let's look at another question. The next question we have, it says, what is the missing fact from this family? I would want you to help me out. For the next question we have, let's put it down. Okay, I'll just change the size so it's readable. So question number 4 is asking us find the missing. So can we see which is missing? A positive is missing or a negative is missing? I don't need the answer. We're just looking at which statement is missing. See, what we see is, first we see this is a positive sign. Do we have any other positive? Yes, we do have two positives, right? That means a positive statement is not missing. What is missing? We only have one negative. That means we need to find a negative statement. Agreed? Because we already have two positives. So we cannot have the third statement, right, for the positive. So two positives are already there. So we do not consider the positive. We look at the negative statements. So the statement negative was 16 minus 9 was 7. Then 16 minus 7 should be equals to 9. Yes, thank you. Thank you for your answer. Okay. And 16 minus 7 would be equals to 9. This is our missing statement from the fact family. Okay. So in this topic, what we are looking at is all the 4 possibilities that we can have in order to find, for any given question, we are looking at all the possibilities that are there. Usually 3 possibilities will be given and we would need to find the missing possibility. For the next question, it says 4 plus 7, question number 5. We are given an addition, one addition is given, and 2 subtractions are given to us, right? So if already 2 subtractions are given to us, we do not consider, we cannot find another subtractive, right? We cannot find another subtraction because there are already 2 given to us. That means what we are missing is an addition statement. Do we agree? So what should be the addition statement for this? Because the addition statement in the question was given as 4 plus 7 was equals to 11. That means 7 plus 4. 7 plus 4. Thank you. Thank you for the answer. We just flip these values. We interchange them. That would become 7 plus 4 would be equals to 11, right? Okay. Your username is a random number. Can you write your name so that I can call you by name? Okay. Thank you. That means 7 plus 4 would be 11 and 4 plus 7 is still 11. Okay. Thank you, May, and thank you, the other students. So we just need to give always, if there are two numbers added, there would be 4 statements, 2 positive and 2 negative. Okay. Let's look at question number 6. Okay. So the next question we have is, what is the missing fact family? Let me just copy this on the screen, because if we are writing it, it will take a lot of time. The question number 6 we have is, what is the missing fact family? I'll just enlarge the numbers so that we have it on our screen. This is question number 6. First thing first, we look at positives and negatives. We can say we have one positive, this is negative, and this is positive, right? That means we do not need to consider the positive statements because they're already there. What do we need to consider? We need to consider the negative statement. We need to find the second statement, that is a subtraction statement. So if 15 minus 2 was 13, then 15 minus 13 should be equals to 2. This is our second statement. Agreed? And they both are vice versa of each other. This and this. They both are vice versa. If 15 minus 2 would be 13, then 15 minus the other number, that is 13, should be equals to 2. Okay. Thank you so much. Moving on to the next. Yes, thank you, May. Okay. Let's look at the next question we have. What fact is missing in the family? Let's do this. The next question we have is the statement. This is question number 7 for us. And it says 7 plus 1 is equals to 8. We start looking for the signs. This is positive. This is positive. That means we already have 2 positive statements. Okay. But we only have 1 negative statement. Agreed? So if we have 1 negative, we are missing 1 negative, right? So what should be the other negative statement? Subtractive statement. I'm using the word negative for subtraction, okay? So the subtraction state fact should be, it is given as 7 plus 1 equals to 8. If we add 7 plus 1 or 1 plus 7, that always equals to 8, right? But that was for the positive statements. Looking at the negative statement, it says 8 minus 1 was equals to 7. Then the other negative subtraction statement should be, we simply interchange the smaller numbers. And the interchanging would mean, yes, thank you so much. Can you write your name so that I know you by name? I can call you, thank you by your name. Then it should be 8 minus 7 should be equals to 1. Yes, thank you, May. Thank you, the second student. Okay. This is our statement for the negative. Okay. Moving ahead to the next question. The next question we have is, it says, what is the missing fact family for this 3 equations? I'll just write down the 3 equations. Find the missing fact family. Okay, let's do something with this question. Okay, what I'll do is I'll remove this also. Okay, let's try to complete the missing. Let's say this is question 8. Okay, complete the missing fact families. Okay, so what we can see is we have one negative and we have one positive, right? And we know that the fact families always have 4 statements. 2 positive and 2 should be negative, right? So let's try to find the positives and the negatives, right? There should be 2 positive negative and there should be 2 positives, right? Let's try to find these. Okay, sorry. So if this is given to us, can we say 10 minus 1 was 9, right? So can we say that 10 minus 9 would be equals to 1? Yes, thank you. And thank you for the answer. In the positive statement, it would be 9 plus 1 was equals to 10, right? So what I did was 3 statements were given to us. So I removed 1 and we tried to find the remaining. That means there should be 2 positive statements and there should be 2 subtraction statements. In this case, we found 2 statements. Okay. Thank you, May, for the answer. Okay, let's look at the next question and let's see what they're asking us. For the next question, let me just copy it. Okay, I'll still do the same, right? I'll try to remove one more so that we can do the complete working. Okay, we find all 4. Our requirement is all 4. Okay, so if we have this question number 9, and I would take this and I would remove one of them. Okay, so for question number 9, we need to find the missing fact families. Okay, so we are given 2. That means we are missing 2. One given is negative to us and the other one that is given to us is positive. That means there should be 2 negative statements and there should be 2 positive statements. Agreed? So let's see what are the 2 negative statements and what would be the 2 positive statements for us, right? I'm just making this colored boxes so that we can differentiate easily, right? So for the negative, we can say it was 19 minus 1 was 18, right? Then it should be 19 minus 18 should be equals to 1. In this way, we have both the negative statement. Yes, thank you. And what about, thank you, May. What about the positive one? If we look at the addition statements, we did the negative statement, right? Subtraction statement. How about the addition statement? If addition statement given to us is, yes, thank you. If it was given as 18 plus 1 is equals to 19 and your answer is, you wrote 1 plus 18 would still be equals to 19, right? Thank you. That's a correct answer. So we know that there are 4 statements. Even if they give us 1 statement, we can always make the remaining statements, right? In the next question, let's try with 1 statement, okay? Let's pick 1 statement and then let's create them. Let's try to find the missing statements, okay? Let me just do the question. Okay, just a minute, please. Okay. For question number 9, question number 10, okay, if I would say this is only given to us, I'm making a question a little difficult. Okay, question number 10. Missing from this fact, what facts are missing, right? I'll make it a plural over here. So one statement is given to us. We know there are 4 statements in the total, right? The next positive statement should be, this is 1 plus 9. The next statement should be 9 plus 1 would still be equals to 10. Agreed? That means we found this second statement for the addition, but we are missing the subtraction statements, right? So the subtraction statement should be the other way around. That would be 10 minus 9 was equals to 1. Agreed? 10 minus 9 is 1. Thank you. Thank you, May, for your answer. No, we don't write 5 plus 5. We cannot change the numbers. For this given statement, we have to stay on these 2 numbers only, right? If it's given as 1 plus 9, so we have to stay 1 plus 9. We cannot do 2 plus 8 or 3 plus 7 or 5 plus 5, right? We stay on the same statements, right? So yes, thank you for the answer. If 10 minus 9 was 1, then the second statement would be 10 minus 1 equals to 9. We cannot change the numbers which are given in the question. By using the same numbers, we have to create the missing facts. Okay, that means 2 facts are for addition and 2 facts would be for subtraction. Even if one statement is given, we can always create 4 statements out of it, right? Okay, moving on to the next question. I'll still remove, let's make this interesting also. Okay, we are given 3 statements, okay? In the next question, I'll remove 2 statements, 1 statement, and we'll have 2 as the given value, okay? So I'll just pick anyone. I'll just remove this so that we have a more interesting question, okay? Let's see. In question number 11, it says, what facts are missing, right? Since I've changed the question, what facts are missing from this fact family, right? So can we say 19 minus, we have 1 for subtraction that is given to us and 1 for addition that is given to us, right? So we are missing 1 addition statement and we are missing 1 subtraction statement. So if we need to do subtraction statement, can we say 19 minus 12 should be equals to 7? Agreed? Because these 2 are subtraction statements. They're exactly the same, right? For the next one, can I say this was 12 plus? Yes, thank you. Thank you for your answer. For the next one, it was 12 plus 7 is equals to 19. So the addition statement for this should be, we simply interchange the numbers. That means the first number becomes the second and the second number becomes the first. That means you add 12 plus 7 or you add 7 plus 12. You will always get the same answer. Okay, that means when we are adding numbers together, the order does not matter. Okay, only in addition, right? But in subtraction, it will matter. Thank you so much. Let's look at the next question. Okay. The next question we have is, I'll keep the next question simple, but I want you people to answer this, okay? I would not remove the third statement. So the question we have says 3 statements are given to us. We need to find the missing fact from the family. So what should be the answer for this? We can see we have one positive and we have how many negatives? We already have two negatives, right? And they cannot be more than two negatives. That means the negative statements are complete, right? What we are missing is the positive statement. So what should be the positive statement for this question? If 14 minus 6 was 8 or 14 minus 8 was 6, that means they have given us both the negative statements, right? We don't have to worry about the negative statements. What about the positive? Yes, thank you. Then the positive statement would be 6 plus 8 is always equals to 14, because in addition, if we interchange the position of the two numbers, it does not make any difference. In addition, I'm repeating, in addition only, right? But in subtraction, it would matter. We cannot change the position of 14 and 6. The larger number has to be in the beginning. Okay? Okay. Moving ahead with the next question. Let's see what we have for the next question. If I would say, let me just copy the next question. Then we'll do a few questions from the test as well. And the remaining would be your homework, right? So let's try this. Okay. We have these two, sorry. If we have these statements given to us, we need to find the missing fact, okay? Let's suppose this would be question number 12. Okay. So what are we missing? Do we have, how many positive statements we have? We have a single positive and we have two negative statements with us, right? So if we already have two negative statements, that means we don't need more negative statements. We are only missing which statement? Because there are always two positive and two negative statements in the fact family, right? So we already have the two negatives. That means we cannot make more negative, right? But we only have one positive. Yes, thank you so much for the answer. 8 plus 12 was given, and your answer is, we change the position of the two numbers. 12 plus 8 would also be equals to 20. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, both of you. Okay, one more question. Okay, let's start off with the test. Okay, let's look at the test and let's look at the options. Okay, I'm doing the test. Please do the same on your screen so that we all follow the same things. We all have the same question. So we are doing the test. I'll pick up the first question and it will have option A or option B. And I would want you to give me the answer through the option, which option is correct. Okay. So the first question we have is, it says, which of the fact is missing? The first question, what fact is missing from this fact family? Okay. We have two options, option A or option B. Can you help me out with the answer? Would it be option A or would it be option B? The first thing we need to do is we need to see if there are how many positives and how many negatives, right? There are two negatives and one positive. Agreed? That means we need to find the missing positive. Okay. Now we look at the options. The option is yes. Thank you so much for the option B. Option B is the correct. Why? Because when we look at option A, it says 10 minus 2. Right? Thank you, both of you. That is option B. But I'm just saying, when we look at option A, they have a number 2 in it, and the 2 is not part of the question, right? So even by looking at the options, we can say if there is a different number in the fact family given to us, we cannot take this. We cannot consider this too. That means this is wrong. And option B is the correct answer, right? Thank you. Moving on, let's click on the same option. That would be option B. We only have 12 questions. Let's do them together. Okay, the next one is, just a minute, please. Let me copy the next question on the screen. Okay, this says this and this. Okay. This is question number 2 from the test. It says this is option A, option B. If only we look at the options, right? Okay. If we directly look at the options, we can always tell which is incorrect, because the numbers we had was, we have were 12, 9 and 3. We cannot have any other number in our answers. But when we look, yes, your answer is correct. When we look at option B, we have an extra number over here, that is 4. Right? 4 we cannot use. Even we can see the signs. There were 2 negatives and there was 1 positive. That means 3 plus 9 should be 9 plus 3. That is, yes, option number A. Thank you for your answer. Okay. We will always try to find the odd one out. Okay. The one which is not having the exact values will be the odd value. So we would always cancel out the odd value. Okay. Let's look at another. That means the first option was the correct. The next question we have, it says, what is the missing fact family? Okay, let's do this. The question number 3. The given options are these 2 and the given statements are these. So for question number 3, from the test, it says, which statement is correct, right? Can you help me out with this? So we have 2 positive statements. That means it cannot be a positive, right? But we have only 1 negative statement. So it has to be a negative. Option A or option B? For question number 3. See, we already have 2 positives. That means we do not consider the positive anymore, because maximum 2 positives are possible, right? There should be another subtraction statement. So the question given is 18 minus 6 was equals to 12. Yes. Why not A? Option A. Option B is correct. Yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Option B is correct. But why not A? This is the correct answer, because 18 minus 12 would be equals to 6. But we cannot consider option A. Why? Because we have a number that is 11. And this is 6. 18 minus 11 is not 6, right? We had a different number. The 3 numbers that we could use was 18, 12 and 6 only. We cannot consider 11 even if the answer is correct, right? It's not correct there. 18 minus 11 was 6. Thank you for giving the correct answer. Moving on ahead, that means option number B was correct. Let's move on to the next question. That is question number 4. I hope you're doing the question along with me so that we are on the same page and we complete the questions together, right? So these are the 2 options given to us. 3 statements are given to us in question number 4. We are given 3 statements. Let's see which 3 statements. And we have the option A and we have the option B. 1 positive and 2 negative statements are given. So the question says we already have two negative statements, subtraction statements. So what we are missing is one addition statement. So let's look at our addition statement, which is already given in the question. That is 8 plus 12 is equals to, yes, thank you. That is option number A. Thank you for your answer. Option number A is correct, because if we change the statement, it becomes 12 plus 8 would be equals to 20. We cannot, yes, thank you. We cannot take option B because option B has two different numbers, 18 and 2. We are not considering 18 and 2, right? So we always consider the numbers which are already there in the question, okay? Thank you everyone for your answer. Moving on ahead, we look at the next question, which says, what is the missing number from the fact family? I'll just copy the question so that you people can answer. Okay. Okay, this. 1 minute, please. These are the two options we have, and these three statements are given to us in question number 5 from the test. Option A or option B? Let's pick up the correct option. We have two negative statements. That means our answer should have a positive in it. There is one positive given to us, right? Two negatives are given and one positive is given to us. That means we are missing one positive. Can we make another positive addition statement out of this? Yes. Thank you. That means the other statement would be 7 plus 12 was 19 and 7 plus 12 was 19. Thank you for the answer. Okay. That means B is the correct answer. So let's click on the option B and let's see. Yes, 7 plus 12 is 19. That was the correct answer. When you are doing the test, if you make it a mistake, they will always show you the correct answer and the explanation. Okay, do not worry if you make an error. Okay. Now we have this next question that says this, and the given numbers are these. For question number 6, what are the missing? What is missing, right? What fact is missing in the fact family? Thank you. Yes, the answer is correct. For the previous question, 7 plus 12 would be equals to 19. For question number 6, can you help me out? The first thing we need to do is, we need to see, since a fact family can only have two positive and two negatives, right? So what we look at is, we try to find how many negatives are there. One negative, two negatives, and one positive. That means we already have the negative statements. We cannot have negative statement as an answer, right? The answer should be a not negative. A non-negative means it should be a positive statement. Yes, so true. Thank you, both of you. The answer should be statement number 2. How? Because this is 18 plus 1 is 19, then, sorry, I'll just use a different color. This was 18 plus 1 was 19. Then the missing statement should be 1 plus 18 is equals to 19. That means even if we interchange their positions, the answer would not change, right? Okay. And we click on to option B. Let's see if it's correct. Yes, it is correct. Okay. So we are done with half the questions. We are done with 6 questions. You're left with 6 questions. Please do complete those 6 questions right and have some practice. Okay. Thank you so much for your time and have a nice day and best of luck. Okay. Take care. Bye.